Hello everyone, GregTech here, and welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. We have done a little bit since the last episode. I'll walk you through that here in a moment, but let's get a couple more food items to continue gaining hearts here. I think I gained 1 or even 2 hearts while we were doing between episode stuff. Let's see, oh, I can't eat that yet. Okay, so I don't remember what I do and don't have a montage of, so I will show you some things now. I don't know what it is. I don't remember. I've got brain missing today, apparently, so I've done some things. Some of them I will show you montages of, and some of them I can't, because I didn't record it. But what I did is I went ahead and made a little storage area here. As you can see, I made some drawers and barrels, and we'll walk through this in a second. I also finished out the second chunk of our little factory here, and this will be the main area that we start to do things, this and the basement. I made a little staircase down. You can do steep stairs once you have the piston boots, because you can walk up one whole block at a time. You can kind of design things, and you might even be able to do steeper stairs utilizing these blocks somehow. Maybe you can't. I don't know. I haven't really tried. But either way, you can use these cobblestone slabs sideways, and then you can walk up. You can even use the smaller ones, but it looked weird. I tried it with like the panels, and I could walk up almost like, you know, it starts here and goes straight up, and it still works. But either way. So there's a little ladder. I made one of these little gabled roof valley blocks because I thought it looks cool. Made some of these slope ends here, again, because I thought it looks cool. So we've got a little doorway there. Let's see, no, we did that last episode. Oh, I fixed the pipes. I replaced these with the large bronze fluid pipes, so now we have proper amounts of steam flowing, for now at least. It's still not the maximum that my railcraft boiler could produce once I have the bigger one, but it is a lot, right? 4,800 per second is 240 per tick, which is up to 120 EU worth of steam. And then now this one I didn't quite have enough, so I need to extend that a couple further. But maybe, I guess this will be fine, because the alloy smelter can run off of a regular size fluid pipe. I made a hopper for that. What else have I done? I moved a couple more things storage-wise up there. That's just the continuing journey. I've kept this running. I went and did... Oh, you know what I did that I think I do have some footage of, is I went and mined some more, or went and found tetrahedrite. So now I have crushed tetrahedrite ore, and that's important because we can put that directly in... no, we can't. Sorry. We can put the tetrahedrite dust directly into the blast furnace, and this is important because it gets us antimony. And antimony will be nice for various things that we do. And this is actually very generous because it's giving us 50%, you know, 9 nuggets is 1 ingot, right? And so we're really getting our 3 copper, which is already the 50% boost in copper, plus we're getting a whole antimony nugget. So let's see. I also got some quartz sand ready for some alamite later. Did I do anything else? Oh yes, I did lots of calculations. So there's a website. I will try to remember to put the link in the description for these railcraft boilers because I was curious about how power hungry they are. And I got some calculations figured out with that. The bottom line, for those who don't want to do all sorts of math themselves, the bottom line is that each boiler tank, and I did discover I was correct about the boiler tanks being variable in height as you go to the larger sizes. So essentially the fireboxes are always one layer on the bottom. And then once you're at a 2x2, you can either go 2 tall or you can go 3 tall with the boiler tanks. So you have 2 options. And then once you go to 3x3, you can go 2, 3, or 4 tall with your boiler tanks. And the amount of steam that it produces is always just 40 per boiler tank. So if I have, you know, the 3x3 version and I'm going 2 tall, that would be 18 of these boiler tanks and they would each be producing 40 steam per tick. And you could do the math on that. That's, I don't know, almost 800 steam per tick because it's almost 20 times 8. Well, 20 times 40 would be 800. Yeah. So anyway, so that's a digression from what I was about to tell you, which is how they use fuel. The way they use fuel is very close to 1.5 times more fuel than the burn time suggests. So essentially what we're saying here is these planks, which tell me they have a burn time of 300, well, I use 1.5 times as many of those as like a regular furnace would. And so I guess you would take 300 divided by 1.5 and you would get about 200 ticks is all this will last. So that's about 10 seconds a piece. And my testing confirmed that that is more or less correct. However, the larger boilers, as you go up in the number of boiler tanks, the efficiency gets slightly higher. It's not a ton, but it's slightly higher. And this 1x1 version is actually slightly lower. So I'll list off the numbers that I got. And again, you can decide to trust me or you can do the math yourself. And if you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. I'm decently sure about this, but only decently. So my calculation said this guy uses 1.5875 compared to the normal amount. And a 2x2x2, aka 8 boiler tanks, would use 1.5. The 12 boiler tank configuration uses 1.45. The 18 boiler tank configuration uses 1.375. The 27 boiler tank version uses 1.262. Probably 2625. I don't have another decimal on that, but it probably is that. And finally, the 36 boiler tank version only uses 1.15 of the rate. Now, that is still multiplied by the total amount of boiler tanks you have. So, like when I said this version uses 1.5875, but the 8 block version uses 1.5, the actual rate the you know, this thing itself would use it is 1.5 times 8 because there's 8 boiler tanks. So obviously it uses almost 8 times as much fuel, but not quite. So all that to say, you're better off doing the 2x2x2 version than 8 separate 1x1x1 versions is kind of the bottom line on that. However, by doing the 8 separate versions, you could make sure that some of them are always running, even if you didn't have quite enough fuel to keep all of them running. Things like that. So all that to say, I need a lot of wood to run 8 of these at once because I would essentially be using 12 time. It's kind of like keeping 12 furnaces running constantly. So you imagine, you know, a plank is only going to last 1/12 of that. And so this already only lasts 15 seconds, so these only last about 1 second a piece. So a stack of planks is only like 1 minute. Now you might be wondering, where did these fir wood planks come from? Well, that's another thing I'm about to show you a montage of, if I have it, and if I don't, I apologize. But I went over there to that forest with the snow, and I chopped down a bunch of fir trees, And the reason for that is I wanted to level up my lumber axe. And I even went ahead and changed it into netherrack for a minute so that it would level up faster. Because I wanted to know, all of this was another experiment, lots of experiments. I wanted to know if I could get fortune on my lumber axe to give me more charcoal. Because I was curious. It does not, sadly. So don't try that, it's a waste. I don't know if fortune on this will get me anything, but I have it, so there you go. But yeah, so now I have fir trees over here, and I decided to grow a bunch in case we wanted more wood. But yeah, I'm thinking that it might be easier to just chop some fir trees than to deal with the farm, at least for now, because these, when they grow the full size, it's absurd how much you get. It just like, did any of the full ones grow? No, they didn't. Fir trees will sometimes grow into this little plus pattern, and the amount of wood that they drop when you do that is absurd. It just like rains wood. I mean, this one was pretty big. That looked like it might have been a 1x2, or those might have been separate. I'm not sure. But either way, we can get a lot of fir wood quite easily, and it's not that much work to replant. And they sometimes grow really fast. So there you go. I probably want a crop manager for the other ones either way, because they're just smaller and easier to manage. But at least for manual chopping, you can get a lot of wood really fast with these. Maybe I should just make a field of saplings. I don't know if that would maximize my chances or if that gives me less of a chance. Oh yeah, here's one of the big boys. Look at this. It just rains wood. It is awesome. And you have more saplings than you'd ever know what to do with on top of that. So yeah, there you go. There's plenty of wood for us. And I decided maybe we just use wood planks to power our boiler instead of coke or instead of charcoal, because charcoal is a lot of work and you only get 5 times the amount of fuel, right? A charcoal piece has a burn time of 1600, and I can already get a 600 burn time by just turning this into planks. So it's a 1-to-2 ratio going into planks, and it's a 1-to-5 1/3 to go to charcoal. So is it really worth it going to charcoal? I guess we get a little bit more than that by using the pile igniter, but yeah, I haven't quite figured it all out yet. I also don't know if we get access to any sort of automated crafting tables anytime soon. So I need to look into that. There's all sorts of things I'm not sure about. I've continued to do some smelting here and there. I think my steel dudes have stopped, so I definitely need to continue that. Yeah, these are not running, so that's a problem. Looks like I got a little bit of coal coke going here. Okay, so I'll put 20 in there. That'll be 5 sets, so 50 steel. There we go, and there we go. So those will run for like 4 hours now. That's so crazy to me. What did I do anything else? Oh, I leveled up my bolts, and I put some quartz on them, and I changed them to be alumite, and I changed the rod. I made a slime tool rod out of slime crystals, and that has a durability modifier. That's a lot better. And as far as I can tell, it still doesn't make slimes. Even though it has the slimy trait, I have yet to see a slime pop out whenever I've shot those bolts. So I don't know if bolts really can have the slimy trait. I mean, obviously they can have them, but I don't know if like it has any effect. So that's another one where, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I just haven't seen it happen yet. Ooh, there we go. There's another heart. So it's very possible it can happen. I just haven't witnessed it. But yeah, what are we going to do in this episode? So we're going to continue progressing into the LV world. I really want the wire mill. we already have the bender, which is great. And I really want the wire mill next, which is this guy. So let's put that on there. We're gonna need 2 circuits. I think I'm out of circuits, right? Or do I have one more? Looks like I'm out of circuits. Maybe we needed 2 for the bender. I don't remember. But that being said, let's see. Let me put these away. I decided to put some barrels in the floor. Oh yeah, I haven't talked about this yet. So I thought, hey, it'll be nice to put some barrels in the floor, and that can show me kind of what this column of chests represents. So this is going to be like dyes and fabrics and potentially like player tools. This is going to be like loot bags and coins. I did just store all of those coins in a drawer. I think I'm going to put my metals in these. The finished ingots. You know, I haven't fully decided all these things yet. I've got crafting stations next to these guys. And this one is the steel chest that I have, so that's even bigger. This will be the main one, probably. I figured I'd throw a normal crafting table in the floor. This is the blocks that we already had over there, and then this is the nether loot stuff, nether trees and nether plants. This is for ores and probably dusts. I have some coal ore, but I'm going to wait till I get the sifter to use that. I think I macerated a little bit of it. I don't know. I must have already put it in the coke ovens. But yeah, there you go. There are the updates. Probably should open my LV bags and see what we get. Oh boy. What do we get? Some bacon cheeseburgers, a tiny coal engine. I couldn't care less about modular carts. Maybe I should care about Steve's carts, but I don't right now. I've not yet eaten a bacon cheeseburger, so that'll be nice. And I think that's all we got. Oh, and some glass panes, which I don't know where we would put those yet. Paralysis. I'll put them up there for now. Okay, so we need more circuits. I probably will make exactly 2 more, and once we get the wire mill, I might batch craft a little bit more than that. Because the wire mill is such a huge efficiency boost. And I think, let me grab all the wires that we already have. Two of those, and then I should just be able to boom, boom, 2 more circuits. Sweet. And I don't have any prerequisites for this. Yeah. So I can just make it. And did I make extra LV machine holes, or are we out of those as well? We're out of those. Do I have any more wrought iron plates? I have 3 more. Goodness, that's not very many. Now, people were telling me all sorts of ways I can make wrought iron more easily, but I think using a saw on regular ingots is not that hard, so I don't know. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. This takes like 5 seconds. You can make them in the alloy smelter, though. I don't know what I was smoking last episode when I said what I said about it, but it's just in the alloy smelter molding area. And it's 5 seconds a piece, so I guess it's not that slow, but man, this is just real fast. Just do this. That is real fast. You do spend a decent amount of fuel doing it this way. Oh wait, no, sorry, there's not another way to do this. I don't think. Am I forgetting something? Wrought iron nugget. Once I make an arc furnace and I have access to oxygen, I can make ingots directly. So that'll be nice. But that's not for a little while. On the quest line. Okay, anyway, I should put the machine hull. Let's put this one up there, and let's also put the casing up there. Tin cables, thankfully I've been able to buy, and I will keep buying them. I also realized, in a way, because I can buy tin cables, I could then macerate them, and I essentially am then buying tin ingots. So if I really wanted to do it that way, I don't think we'll need to, but I'm just saying. Just saying it's an option. Okay, let me go grab iron plates and make some more while I'm over there. Looks like I made some bronze plates, but I need more iron. Do I have more in here? I have a few more. I used a bunch of iron plates for the making those iron chests that you saw. I don't remember if I did that in the episode or not. Oh, these are steel plates. That's why it's not working. Well, crap. Can I afford 50 steel? Yes, yes I can. We actually have a good amount right now. Okay, you switch over to making steel plates, please. Thank you. Wait, what? That was weird. It just like looked like it used 2 at a time. I think that was just a visual glitch more than anything else. Since I'm here, I did make a bunch more hoppers. Might as well throw this here. Keep that fed. Julio. Alright, machine casing up here. Just hit V. Just hit V. Boom. Oh, I forgot about 4 electric motors. Oh boy. So I need 16 more copper wires. Good God. So I think this single... this single wire mill has cost me like 2 stacks of copper or something by now. And I'm not even counting the tin cables because I'm buying them, but those aren't cheap either. You know, because each one of those is a rubber. Do I have magnetics? I do, actually. But hey, it was all worth it. Because we got a wire mill, baby. Woohoo! Got a wire mill. And somebody else was mentioning that I shouldn't have needed this wire, so I must have been doing something wrong. And I'm gonna put it here. I know this is not optimal. But for now, I just need it running. And now we will put it on... what is 1x copper wire? So we want it on channel 1. That's what I assumed. Oh, yes. Yes, it will work. And then let's auto output into that chest as well. And then we'll chuck a hopper on top of it. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Now I can chuck stuff that we want wires out of. Which, for now, because I can buy the tin cables, is mostly just going to be copper. But we're doubling our copper efficiency there, which feels so good. And we finished a quest and got more coins for our efforts. What did I finish over here? Oh, I did a barrel upgrade on my, on the one holding cobblestone. And what else is done here? I'm seeing the the thing, but not the blue. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I got some Certus quartz. I forgot about that. Surely blaze powder is the thing to grab here, right? Does that get me anything fancy? I can make... I'm just gonna grab blaze powder, presuming it's the more irreplaceable thing. I already have a bunch of flame string. In fact, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did replace my crossbow string with flame string. And what'd I get? Looks like I got... I think the only thing I got was this screwdriver, steel screwdriver. But hey, that's better than nothing. Oh. Whoa, what the heck? I got this. Desolation. Yeah. That was a 0.19% chance. Nice. Is it any good? It has quartz applied. It has redstone applied. What even is it? Is it a... It's a weapon, right? It has stonebound, haste, reinforced sharpness, and thaumic. It has 2 modifiers remaining already. It's a cobalt battle axe. It says plus 12 attack damage. Yeah, it's a broad axe. I mean, until it breaks, why not? Okay, for now I'm putting tools. No, screwdrivers need to go somewhere else, like GregTech tools. Blaze powder? Where would that go? I don't have enough chests over here yet either. Putting random stuff up here. For now, this is holding all the barrels. You're holding the coins. Speaking of coins, let me grab my quest rewards, because it's been a while. I will also need a decent amount of glass dust, so I should do that one another time or two. Because what else do these get me? Honestly, glass might be the most useful one. Clay, glass. Can sort of do fertilizer. Sticky resin, but that I don't need sticky resin. Okay, what about these? These can get you... Not really much at all, whatever this is. Fire jets. Okay. And then the blue ones don't buy you anything. The red ones don't buy you anything. And the black ones technically buy you something. What is this? That's not something I'm going to care about forever. And that's, we're talking 10,000 coins. So yeah, all that to say, I can freely spend these is what I was just double checking there on the glass. And then, yeah, this was my coal mining trip. I just brought everything here. There's chaos in my inventory, as usual. All right, let's think about what machine to do next. Because basically we're working our way towards having way more efficiency by making, you know, one of each of certain things. So we've got the wire mill, we've got the bender. Those are a big deal. The extruder is not that useful, like it says in LV, because whatchamacallit, and it's MV that gets you more of the recipes for the extruder. With your plate bender, you're able to make empty cells. Okay, that's nice. I will need some cells, but I don't think that's priority right now. Transfer pipe. I'm not gonna use these, I don't think. I'll probably just use the GregTech item pipes along with conveyor modules. which are not cheap right now, but they'll get cheaper as we go. I think I want the lathe, as I've called it before, the waithe, because you have to wait for it because they're not very fast. But the lathe produces rods more efficiently, which is nice. I also want batteries. Someone pointed out this is the first magnet that we get, but we just need batteries for it and the magnetizer. So we're still a little ways away from that. I really want the assembler. Should I just rush that? It doesn't need that much. I mean, I say that, it's kind of terrible, but like, it's all stuff that I can already do. And the reason we want the assembling machine is it's cheaper circuits, right? And so that immediately has a payoff. Because check this out. We're looking at which assembler recipe? It would be probably molten tin. Probably this. Wait, what do I? No, it's kind of annoying because I'm holding shift to keep these from changing, and then I can't hit my hotkey to add it as a bookmark. But if you add it as oh, never mind, those are constantly changing anyway. So yeah, the difference is quite large. You can compare it here. We need the 2 resistors, we need the circuit board, and we need the vacuum tubes. Those are all the same. But instead of 3 red alloy wires, or cables, I only need 2 red alloy wires, so that saves you the rubber. And instead of the casing, you use some polyethylene. Wait a second, this is not that much cheaper. This is actually... Or no, sorry, that's tin. That's molten tin, not polyethylene. But that's just using tin instead of steel and saving me on the rubber. I thought... Why did I think this was that much better? And this is the circuit assembler. I'm smoking something. I'm sorry, guys. What's going on here? Why did I think this was that much better? And the circuit assembler needs an emitter, which needs brass. But I think I can make brass, right? Did we look at this yet? Brass requires copper and zinc, and I already have some zinc, I think. Zinc, I think. So we could make this. No, I need MV circuits. Never mind. Yeah, that's how it works. Anyway, I now remember I was not looking at this circuit when I was looking at this. It's the next... circuit LV. It's this guy. This guy is more efficient. No, this isn't what I was looking at either. I'm sorry. I seem to have blown a circuit in my brain because I'm thinking of something right now and I'm drawing a blank on what it was. Oh, it was the vacuum tubes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not crazy, only a little bit forgetful. I was thinking of the vacuum tubes. They are far more efficient, and they're one of the more costly pieces of the circuit recipe, right? I mean, look at this thing. It's steel, it's copper wire, it's a bunch of fine and regular copper wire. It's a pain in the butt. These glass tubes, they're not that expensive, but they're annoying. So this is what I want the assembler for, because you can already, even with molten red alloy, get a much better recipe. You could use molten redstone, but why would you do that? You already have red alloy anyway, because you're using the red alloy bolts. So I don't really know why you would ever do this recipe when you could do this one, because this is just so much better. So then we're only using 1 steel rod each. We're only using 1 copper wire each, and there's no fine copper wire. So that's less than 1/3 of the copper. And then you're still using 1 glass tube apiece. And in terms of red alloy, you're using half of an ingot for 4. So 1 red alloy ingot gets you 8 vacuum tubes, which is pretty nice. And then if you can get redstone alloy, then you can get doubled again. But that doesn't happen till a blast furnace, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait on that. And then these last 2 recipes, which are even more efficient, are using annealed copper. And you can only make annealed copper with the blast furnace as well. Wait a second. No. Hold on. I can make annealed copper just in the arc furnace with oxygen. Oh my. Oh my. Because this is super efficient. Using annealed copper doubles what you would get otherwise. And then these vacuum tubes start looking almost kind of cheap. Either way, I'm going to be better off doing the assembling machine next, I think, to get cheaper vacuum tubes. Either that or the lathe. Those are probably the 2 that I would do next. Oh, and I need the fluid extractor, right, to get the molten red alloy. So I'll need that and the assembler kind of together. Fluid solidifier is nice for the sheets of plastic. Centrifuge is nice for lots of random things. What is that? Is that the chemical reactor? Yep. Yeah, there's so many things to do. We are going to be in LV for a long time, my friends. Electrolyzer we do not need yet. Let's work on the lathe. Just because it's a little cheaper. So we'll pop that in our recipe. And I also want all of my... Yeah, I want these guys. Can I put them in their own... I wonder if there's a way to, like... These in the same row. Why are those all in the same row? Don't know how I'm doing what I'm doing. Is it control? How do I get rid of this? Oh, you just... No. Right click, left click. I can't seem to figure it out. You can click and drag. How do you remove it? What was it? C just seems to blow it all up. I didn't really mean to do that. Crap. Where's my undo button? Maybe I should look at my key bindings. C, add bookmark with recipe. Apparently that blows it up. Shoot. Oh, there goes everything. I can add back the chest, hopper. I use those regularly. So I'm in vertical mode right now. But you can put them in the same group and then shift click, and then it'll put it in its own line. How can you tell the circuit assembler from the basic assembler? Can you? Those look like exactly the same sprite to me. Come on, man. They could have at least put like one of the pictures on the other side or something. But yeah, basically I just want to have these sorted out. So that we have nice little rows here of similar types of things. If I need anything else? Might throw the emitter on this row. Let's see. I think that's good for now. Did I get the lathe? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain is kind of broken for a second, so I'm gonna run outside and do some things out here. Sometimes things just stop working in your head. I don't know if y'all ever have that happen. But we're just gonna do a nice and relaxing creosote dumpage, which soon I will be able to use for power. So don't think I didn't see you. Oh. I don't know where you came from. Somebody else over here. They die? They might have died. Yep, they died. Oh, that's why the torches over here keep disappearing. It's explosions from... I don't know how those got removed. Also, that's bad. How long has that been like that? Oh yeah, that just removed a bunch of torches, I guess. That was a big explosion. Really? Enemies can spawn on top of a hopper? That's just crazy talk. Okay. Oh, I apologize for the craziness. I think I'm at that stage where my brain is just breaking in half because there's so many things to do. All right, I'm reorganizing the base. I want to get my LV machines out here rather than back in the weeds, but I need more bronze steam pipes for that, which I can make. So let's just do that right now. And let's also go get my clipboard. Where did I leave my clipboard? There you are. Okay, I need you. I need you, clipboard. I found tetrahedrite. I haven't found tin in the nether yet. Maybe I did find it. I don't know. And was gold in the nether? I never really checked. I never really checked. Gold ore. Sorry, not infused gold, just regular. It would be in a vanadium, no, vanadium magnetite vein. This one. Nope. I have it in the Twilight Forests and the Overworld. Is it? Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so I have all the bronze plates. Let's make the big boy pipes. I don't know how many I need. I'm gonna go with 15 for now. Nope, we're just gonna make them all. Whatever, it's just bronze. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, and we will replace, or not replace, but just get it out to probably here. Someone also mentioned, and I had forgotten, I can cover these like that, and then I won't run into it. And it doesn't actually occupy... Because the problem with the covers that you can craft with the saw, of course I don't have it, is that they occupy the block next to it, so they might get in the way of placing other blocks. But yeah, if I grab these, Like, these don't actually work. That's not my staircase. So you can see, like, there's that gap. And the gap looks weird and, you know, gets in the way of placing other blocks. But the plates actually go mesh in line with it, which is really cool. So I can do that where we don't want to run into things. And unfortunately, this only has one output. I wish it had more than one. So, yep. Only one output. Maybe I actually put it on top. And then go this way. And then we can put 1 amp wire out. And then I can connect multiple machines to this for now. Not forever. How do I feel about this? I don't know. They're a little too high up. I think I want them to be at eye level. So I'm not okay with this. I want them to be at eye level, which means a couple things. Let's see. You know, I think I'm gonna take torches off of my normal hotbar for now. Yeah, I think I like this. And then if it's gonna be powered from the middle, like that. I don't want more cable loss than is necessary. So that means I'm gonna have to put this guy on top of it. Like that. And you face down. And then I'll need one additional pipe to go behind it. And that actually makes me think maybe we should just run the steam pipes on the 3rd level instead. And then I don't run into them and I can run underneath them, and that's kind of nice as well. So now that I think about it, I like this plan better all along. This was always the plan, except now I need to crowbar things. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, and then those will run into a chest. There. Oh, you know what? Instead of hoppers, I can, because those auto output. Let me grab some tin item pipes. I think those are probably the best item pipes for me to use right now. Platinum, osmium, plutonium, nickel, aluminum. Yeah, I can't even make any of these other kinds. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I just realized my crossbow is about broken. Jeez, that's so annoying. Oh, and of course a battle axe doesn't work. Ugh, that's also annoying. I guess that's a reason to not use a battle axe. You can't handle cobwebs. That feels silly to me. It's a sharp battle axe. It should work on cobwebs. Alright, anybody else want a piece of this? While we're dealing out death. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, fine. You all live to see another day. Except that one zombie, which did not. Let me eat a tomato slice and a toasted coconut. And can't do the mineral water yet. Okay, back to this. 1 stack every 8 seconds. That's pretty slow. But, like, that's still, what, 8 items per second. That's 16 items a second. How expensive are these? I think I'll go with the small. The tiny doesn't feel necessary. And it's not even that much more efficient. You get 8 instead of 6. Yeah, that's not worth it. Okay. That was my wrench. Oh yeah, and there was a quest for that. I forgot about that. Where are you? Up here, bowl full of spaghetti. So I should be able to these up like so. And just do auto output to the bottom. And that should work. Let's double check. Let's make some bronze, not bronze wire. Whoops, bronze plates. Channel 1. Yep. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now that uses 24 EU, which is pretty significant. What does the wire mill use? Oh, nice. It only uses 4 EU. That's gorgeous. I'm guessing most of these recipes use... Yeah, look. 7 is the highest that anything uses. So we might be able to run both at the same time. Cool. Coolio. Okay, so for the assembler and the fluid extractor, those are the next 2 things. I need to make some robot arms. The assembler itself requires 2 robot arms. And the fluid extractor is going to need 2 circuits total. So I'm going to need, I guess, 4 circuits, and then we will get those back. We'll get 2 circuits back here when we finish that quest. And the fluid extractor quest, we get 2 vacuum tubes. There's so many different things we can do here. Also thinking about the loot bags. Can I convert those yet? I can. We need to be doing this constantly. Forgot about that. So let's see. What's the cooldown on you? Wait, that's not repeatable? What? Oh, okay. Thank goodness. That scared me. Okay, it's repeatable pretty much instantly. Sweet! I really need organization, don't I? Oh no. For now... For now, everything goes in here. Just help me. I can't look at all that anymore. I do want to keep the bolts and the dolly, the glider and the bed. I'll keep my tools. I will put away the tools I'm not really using for now. Shouldn't I have 2 of these? I do. Alright, what do we get? Ooh, 3 vacuum tubes and a bunch of glass. Not bad. A standard minecart hull, which should complete a quest for me. A simple cart. Where is that? It's in basic automation. It requires your first automation. Where's that? Oh, geez. Avengers, assemble, molten redstone. You're going to hate this one, and you're going to hate this 4. That's quite a few things. Okay, yeah, we're not going to have that anytime soon. And I can't even, like, macerate this or anything. Where did I put that other cart thing? Put it in there. Darkwood sapling, you would have been useful a long time ago, but not anymore. And glass tubes and side chests. More Steve's carts nonsense. I have a feeling we're going to end up with a lot of Steve's carts nonsense. Okay, no big rewards yet. Can I just stare at this? Will that come back, or do I have to click off of it? I have to click off of it. Okay. Useless. Also useless. Something other than cheeseburgers? Arrows. Ooh, farm control. Okay, that's something. Something more than nothing. Glass panes again. Oh no, we can do better than that. Potion of fire resistance. Oh boy. You can do better than that. Give me some circuits, please. Ugh, never lucky. Only got a few more to go. Fire resistance again? Are you kidding me? What's the chance for that? 0.71%. And I rolled it twice. When the chance to get circuits is the same thing. Ugh. Think we could have 16 circuits right now, but instead I have 4 potions of fire resistance. Okay, well I got another heart, so that's kind of cool. And a single hopper, which is meh. And this is the last one, right? Yep. Another screwdriver. Wow. Well, you know, I regret nothing. but yeah, that was not the best. The vacuum tubes are kind of nice, I guess. Throw away the wheat, the melon. I've already eaten that. Add hamburger. Don't need 2 of each of those. And where was I putting the tools? Ah, in here. You know what? That one can tell me what this is. Okay, well, you win some, you lose some. In this case, we have lost. I was really just hoping for some circuits, because that would have been quite nice. I'll take these back with me. We'll throw the glass. I'm just going to count these as blocks. I think that'll help my organizational brain. An extra hopper is fine. Not great. And I think I'm going to put item pipes in there. Okay, what do we got? Got our results. So, said we needed 4 more circuits. Wonderful. How do I even go about having enough resources? Where did I put all my copper wire? That's going to be the first thing I need. And let me grab... Is there still more copper in here? No, we got rid of all that. I'm just going to preemptively make 2 stacks of copper into wire. The old wire mill here. And then we're out of fuel, which is bad. I need to do this differently. I'm fully aware. I feel like that's how the entire base is right now, is just a whole bunch of I need to do this differently. We're really getting into that part of the playthrough. This has been making a bunch of rubber dust, but oh yeah, and I moved the alloy smelter up, so it's here. Okay, I have a lot of bronze. So I guess that's a thing. What do I need more of, though? Rubber? Red alloy? No, I don't need more red alloy. Let's work on some rubber. Okay. Put the bronze in here. And then we do need some more copper. And then I need more tin cables. Let's put away this coal. But yeah, the sphalerite here is the zinc I was talking about. So we can just macerate it and then smelt that into zinc ingots. I don't remember what we needed zinc for, but we have it. Alright, where did I put... I had a bunch of copper wire. I know I put it somewhere, and I've already forgotten where that somewhere is. Okay, there's no chest left over here. Not in there. Did I put it in one of these? Ah, yes, I put everything in here, because I got mad. I should take all these plates, too. The fine copper wire is kind of weird. I'll put that... No, I need that for stuff I'm about to make. Let's see if we can't make 4 more circuits here. Circuit LV. So 4 circuits means we need 8 more vacuum tubes minus 3. So I only need 5 more vacuum tubes. That is a blessing in disguise. So 5 more of these turds. I do need a little bit more fine copper wire. And we can make that one of 2 ways. Fine copper wire. We can make it, I guess, 3 ways. You can wire mill a rod as well. But you're better off just wire milling an ingot on 3 or wire on... That's slower. Ingots are faster. Okay. So we'll go to 3 for a second. And that'll make us some fine copper wire. Ta-da! Oh, that's so much easier. Oh my gosh, guys, I can just sit here. We can just sit here and just wait instead of having to make all those plates and then foils and then cutting the foils with wire cutters. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, look at that. We've almost got a stack already. Just start, and you can right click to go backwards or shift left click to open that menu. Sweet. Okay, well that should be enough for a little bit. And I said I needed, well now I just need one more. Aha, steel rods. Oh, the lathe. I don't think the lathe is worth it quite yet. The reason being, I don't remember if we've reviewed this yet or not, but the lathe really only saves us, it's not a doubler, because if we look at the steel rod recipe in the lathe, I still only get 1 rod per ingot, but then you get 2 small piles back. But then the problem is, you make yourself, you know, after you've done 2 rods, now you have a full steel dust. But to make the steel dust back into steel, guess what? You have to throw it into the primitive blast furnace again with more coal coke. And so it really doesn't help all that much. It uses half the amount of coal coke as an iron to steel does, but it still takes forever. So it's not really doing that much for us. Like, it takes the same amount of time. It just gives us some iron back, essentially, is what that's doing, rather than giving us steel back. So the lathe is not all that useful for, well, here's where it is useful though, is bolts. Bolts and screws. So if we look at an iron screw or whatever, you know, you can see that you go 1 bolt to 1 screw. So that's already doubling. And then, well, I guess we would need the cutting machine. But the cutting machine can make 4 bolts from a single rod, so that's doubling again. So you're quadrupling your screw output once you have a cutting machine and a lathe. But the lathe alone doubles your screw output. So that's where it's pretty good, is for like steel screws and iron screws. We could make a bunch of those pretty easily. But I digress. I shall make 1 more vacuum tube for now. Oh, I just want to click that so bad, but I'm not gonna, not yet. I do need more coated circuit boards, which is just a bunch of slime balls and wood planks. Which, we have wood planks here. Oh, I already have a bunch in the chest. And then slime balls, I should have a bunch. Is the extractor still running? It is. Uh-oh. I don't have a bunch. I actually should finish out my slime pile here. Wait, what is... Oh, right. I forgot I put a hopper over here. Whoops. Okay. Alright, so that'll make sure we have enough slime. We have enough rubber dust for now. Alright, coated circuit boards. I'll just make 24? 30? I'll make 30 for now. And then we shall make these circuit boards. 4 of them. Oh, it's so much cheaper and easier. I can't get over it. Just can't get over it. It's so nice. Okay, I pinned the wrong recipe of these because it's not coming up. Ah, the resistors. Which is this one. And then I can do that and click, and then they're all together. And I can just hit V, except it doesn't work because everything hates me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then V, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 4 more circuits. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And we pop over here. Now we're going to make the robot arms, which require... So I'm going to need 6 motors. Oh boy. Let's make, let's see, how many more iron rods do we want? We'll just do 2 for now. But yeah, we're just slowly gonna have to, you know, make machines for all these different steps. So 2 more magnetic iron rods should give us what we need. There we go. While we're thinking about it, let's purchase more tin cables because we're gonna blow through these things like they're nothing if we're not careful. Because each of these uses 2. And then the conveyors, you know, use a total of 5. The pistons use a total of 4. The robot arms use a total of 2, 4, 8, 11 tin cables for 1 robot arm. Plus however many wires that is, plus however much steel that is. I mean, the pistons are just a pile of steel. Now, a whole gear. Oh my gosh, 2 steel rods, 3 steel plates. It's just a mess. Speaking of steel rods, okay, good, we have some. We still have some steel plates, so let's make that 2 of those. I can make 2 of those, so now I should be able to make 2 of those. There we go. Woo! Robot arms, you're gonna hate this, number 4. Except we don't hate it, we love it, because we're getting stuff done, and it feels so good. And now I can do the assembling machine. I just need 2 LV conveyors and a machine hole, I think. So I need 2 more magnetic iron rods. I'm just gonna make 6. Means what? 24? And I need a bunch of rubber sheets is the problem. 12 rubber sheets is 24 rubber. This is so dark over here. Okay. Looks like I have a decent amount of rubber. Now, what's the next thing we get for rubber? So rubber bars. So the alloy smelter is what we're doing now. It kind of sucks. The extruder, that's not really what we care about. We can turn pulp into a rubber bar. Wait, where? Oh, the fluid solidifier? Is that what I'm thinking of? That's probably it. Yeah. I think we just need the fluid solidifier, and then we'll make the, yeah, we'll make the liquid rubber. Molten rubber, I should say. And that will require a chemical reactor. And you can see the amount of sulfur we need goes way down. We only need 1 sulfur for every 9 raw rubber dust, and we get 1 rubber ingot or bar per rubber dust, whereas right now we're only getting 3. So right now we're using we're using like 9 times the amount of sulfur per rubber. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, this is what we want for a minute. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus a couple extra. Okay, we'll stop there. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, should be able to make 2 of these guys. No, we need 4 of these guys. Now what's the problem? Regular iron rods. Well, I'll be darned. This is just what it looks like for a while playing this game. Okay, grab our 2 conveyors. Now, is that a quest? Yes. And I get some rubber sheets for my trouble. Sweet. Speaking of rubber sheets, I need to put this back. Okay. Is there any other quests I need to make sure I'm not skipping over? We already got the piston and the robot arm. I think we're okay. Alright, let's get our assembler. Oh, right. We're just gonna make 3. Oh, and that's what we need up here. Well. Except I keep adding the wrong... I want to add the version from here so I can actually hit the button. There we go. So then I can just hit V on it. Oh, I need more wrought iron plates. Which we're gonna have a bit of an issue here because I'm super out of wrought iron. These are not my wire cutters, right? No, they are my wire cutters. I should probably make my own tools out of a different material simply so that I don't get them confused with the tools from the... I'm gonna put a torch under there. It just feels so dark in this area. There we go. That's feeling a bit brighter. Anyway, so I don't get them confused with, you know, the tools I want in my inventory from the tools that I'm doing crafting with. Bending machine. Make me a wrought iron. And then compressor. Go ahead and make me some ingots. Okay. Yeah, it really is annoying that it doesn't remove slots that are supposed to be empty. I'm sure there's a good reason why it does it that way, but it ends up making issues for me. Woohoo! Assembling machine! Let's go, baby! Okay, now I know I shouldn't do this forever, but I'm gonna hook that up to the same wire. And now I can assemble things. And in this case, the things we're going to be assembling are, well, potentially a few things. Are these cheaper in the assembler? We basically need to look through everything we make and see, is it cheaper in an assembler? So this guy is 3 tin cables either way. It's a circuit either way. It's 2 steel rods either way. It's a piston and 2 dealies either way. So no, this is the same. So there's really no reason to make the robot arm in the assembler. How about pistons? Pistons are, it looks like, exactly the same. 3 plates. Yeah. Pistons are the same. Motors are, it looks like, also the same. Okay, so those are all the same. None of those are cheaper. Last thing to check is the conveyor modules. Also the same. Okay, but the resistors are cheaper. If we can get glue, we should be able to, once we have a fluid extractor. And the vacuum tubes are cheaper. We already looked at that. And the other thing, are the circuit boards cheaper? Circuit boards are, let's see. What's the difference? Oh, polyethylene. Definitely don't have any of that stuff yet. But with just glue, I think this is cheaper. I mean, we're only using 1 plank per board. That's already better, I think. No, that was already that way, right? Yeah, we're already using 1 plank per coated. We're skipping it requiring 2 steps, which is nice. The glue is kind of the coating, and then the foil is the copper. But how much copper are we using here? So 32 foil is 8 plates. So we're talking 8 ingots here. So 1 ingot per circuit board. And if I'm doing it in the not assembler, this is 4 ingots, right? Right. 1 ingot makes 2 wire. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a huge difference. So we're quadrupling our circuit board creation. Now, there's 2 kinds of glue. There's refined glue, and then there's like the white glue, I'll call it. And the fluid extractor makes the white glue from slime balls. The distillery can shift between the refined and the white glue. And then the refined glue can be made with extracting regular glue or centrifuging slimy things, including sticky resin. So this one's kind of weird because we can get a bunch. So if I make a centrifuge, we can get the refined glue and the rubber dust, and then we can shift back and forth between glue types as necessary. No, we can't. Weird. When you go from white glue to refined, you lose half. So they're not just quite interchangeable. I'm remembering one other thing about glue. Okay, so we get 50 from a green slime ball, or I get 1 ingot worth of the white glue, which would be half an ingot, which is 72. So I actually get more if we fluid extractor it, and then we distill that. And that's almost instant. Interesting. But we don't get the rubber dust. So centrifuging is the best method because you get both. And you might as well centrifuge the full slime block. And then we'll end up with a lot of rubber dust. That's probably what we'll want to do to get the glue for these circuit boards. And then we're looking at... what is that? 1 block gave me 200, so we're looking at like 3 congealed slime blocks centrifuged to make 8 circuit boards. Looking at 8 ingots and 8 wood planks. Wow, that's all so cheap. I love it. The other option would just be to fluid extract a crap ton of slime balls, which is a little slower, but then I don't have to deal with centrifuging and deal with byproducts. And then the other thing we need, we already talked about, was the molten red alloy. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, good. I was like, we can't use the fluid extractor. We will fluid extract red alloy. Can you do dust, or do you need to do ingots? Like a, wait, I can do red alloy dust. The small pile. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I can just make red alloy dust, which was copper. How did I, wait a second, how did I do this? Oh, right, I just make the red alloy ingots directly. My bad. Yeah, okay. So we'll just do that in the alloy smelter, and then we'll extract the ingots. So maybe a fluid extractor for the slime balls is a better deal. Oh, you know, a pump is another thing we need on this list here. Oof, ugly recipe. Are pumps better in the assembler? Nope. They are not. I guess that's fair. It's only fair that they cost the same. Otherwise, too many things would get easy too fast. Yeah, but it looks like these are all the same recipes. Okay, but anyway, the fluid extractor, I think, is next on the list then. So we can get those things more cheaply. So we'll put that here. Fluid extractor. We're still working on moving our storage. I need to do all sorts of stuff. Let's just dolly over a couple chests now just to keep the process going. And then you give me your tin. Let's see, iron, copper, tin, bronze, I think feels about right. After that, we'll get or less organized about it. I could go crazy trying to figure out the proper order. So then we've got steel there. I don't like that. I want steel to be underneath iron. And then gold and silver. Well, silver, gold. We'll put silver there. Oh, hello. You're not supposed to be in here. F7. How did you get in? How did you get in? Wait, did I just turn it on or off? No, it's on. Where is the spawn point for you, my friend? I don't see any little X's. Oh, there it is. It's in the hole that I just created. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well that explains it, I guess. Alright, now I want to take all that with me. Of course, I put away my X. And then that'll go in here. Tank. Machine hole is still a crafting ingredient. I do have another turbine. I can't forget about that. I have 219 bronze. I don't think I realized I had that much. Okay, now I will probably still keep a chest full of ingots and such. Siderite sand. Oh, I can just smelt all that. Tumbaga will not, Tumbaga is not going to get its own doodad. But yeah, let's smelt all this. I'm also going to bring all of the furnaces over. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a bunch of netherrack dust. And we can turn that into nether bricks. And then we can turn those into... Oh, wait, am I doing... Oh man, I need buckets of lava? That's annoying. No, sorry, I can use the compressor. That's right. Okay, because I want to make some of these nether furnaces. They're supposed to be a lot faster. So we'll do that. Coolio. Oh, got stuck on that. Nice. But for now, we'll keep our regular furnace style. We'll put them over here, maybe. Can everybody get a half stack? Looks like almost, but not quite. Cool. Mob loot, clay fluid pipes. What were those used for again? I'm gonna say, yeah, just the ULV fluid tanks. I can get clay dust back with them at some point if I want to. Oh, that's not my hammer. All right. We have made some serious progress. Indeed. There's all the dusts that I need to deal with. What can I take from here that's useful and stacking with other stuff I've already got? I'm also now realizing that these copper plates are useless because oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, the copper plates are useless because I already have the wire mill and I can't. No, I do need, is it copper foil? Yeah, okay, I can turn all those copper plates into copper foil. I think I'll do that. Okay, perfect. Well, I do think I'll call it the end of the episode as we've gone pretty long here, but we're getting a lot done. We've got our LV assembler and we're progressing towards cheaper and cheaper circuits, and then I can start to mass produce them a bit better. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.